All right, Aries, sun, moon, and ascendant. The sun, your actions; moon, your reactions; and the ascendant, your personality, your personal experiences. As a life path one, this is dealing with your individual initiative, your self motivating or selfish endeavors, and being the example of how and how not to be selfish. Because as your actions, you are being the individual in your vision. You are being a visionary. This is how you are taking your actions forward. This is how people are actively watching you. Though you want to be alone, your spiritual space that you manifested down here, along with the moon and the ascendant. There are four spaces. The top, egotistical; the bottom, associated with water, depression; the right, the earth, practicality, self-righteousness; and the west, the air, the logic, the self-separating energies. And the left brain is going to be associated with 1, 3, and 7, the masculine. And then the right brain is going to be 2, 5, and 8, the feminine energies. And down the middle is going to be an androgynous, 3, 6, and 9, right? And remember this for the life path number. So life path 1, this is masculine externalizing of your vision. And since the moon, you are receptive to these energies. You have independent thoughts. Aries, you're receiving and reacting. So you're reacting, responding to your individuality or in an individual way. And others are seeing that, how you are not only just like putting yourself out there, but how you are either, protecting yourself or taking the measures to go out and get and obtain these things that are going to make you satisfied as far as receiving the energies, and how you're going to react in the negative octave or respond in the positive octave. And ascendant, your personal experiences with personal people asking you personal questions, or coming to you with passionate visions and maybe dreams and actions to take just in general by your personality of, having the life path 1 of being the individual, being a professional, being the motivator, being a public speaker and taking action for your visions and others. Life path 2, you are being the example of, the relationships and relating a duality and being considerate and bonding, or bonding in the individual way. This might be maybe like your polygamorous or the different forms of relationship that people are taking, especially nowadays. You're seeing the vision of that with your actions, going out and doing that in the Aries way, being a cardinal and finding the new way to pave the new way, be a visionary, and reacting and responding to your own or others' way of relating their passions and their visions in the cardinal fire way. And this isn't upholding fire consistently, but this is a flash of something new. So relationships are meant to kind of be long term. This dealing with like the opposite sign of Libra, but since it's feminine, it takes two to tango. So really, it's all about your attraction and maintaining that attention. Your ascendant to Aries, your personality, holding focus, holding on to something, because you lose attention really fast. You get distracted and things of that nature. So this is the example you could be setting for others, how to not fall too fast or fall out of love too fast, or not even just with love, or relating with partnerships and dealing with partnerships. Life path 3, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. This is creating or rising to the occasion, manifesting in your environment, being practical, being grounded down to earth, and having tangible things. The Aries action, how you go about and get these things, how you go out and market yourself just by being yourself, being individual, and your wants, not necessarily your needs, but your wants, and how you're going to take action and being the visionary, like painting the picture, adding the color to your environment, things in your environment, things around you. And same with the moon sign, how you're reacting and responding to things around you, not just externally too. On another octave, this could be your internal environment, dealing with the moon, independent thought, your body, your physical health, physical fitness, manifesting the environment, material things, how you accumulate this wealth, not like Taurus, just going out and getting it, but just being yourself. And ascendant, this your your personality and your environment. Anyways, the personality is dealing with your environment and others surrounding your environment. And so this is how you are a great manifester and creating a finished product, and being an example of detaching from some things too fast, or milking the shit out of the product that you have manifested. Life path 4, your cornerstone, the structures, the higher logical foundation, the concept of how to view things, using your thoughts, bringing the winds of change together in a communicative way, as far as giving the color to the air, the coloration from smoke or wherever debris is burning from your actions and your reactions to others, because you don't have to react in a deeply passionate way. You can react and detach and go out on your own route, and others can see that from you, that you're not going out of your way to remind somebody of this energy. You're going out and doing on your own thing, and I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you, concept and construct kind of way, to where that's where the leading of that energy comes from, with the vision becomes the main thing of like a global conglomerate of movies. Same with you, ascendants. This your personality. People might be coming to you with logic or ration or ideas, as far as a vision that they see potential with you. They see the light, the enlightenment within you, and bringing these ideas together into fruition, being bringing color to their logic and rational and their creativity. Life path 5, sun, moon, and ascendants, Aries, this the changes to the senses, the emotions, the freedom, flexibilities, and talents and gifts, the courageous spirit and stuff like that. You're the example for your feelings, evaporating, creating mist, but all at the same time, this is the yang version of the internal yin energies. So this is the overall emotion, this is the overall current, this is the overall, if you want to think of current and fire, you can think of lava energy, how it flows directly in one way, and it's more molten and slow, but it still packs the heat whenever it touches. It creates a new way. This is how your actions are relating to others, as far as the overall esoteric emotions, and like I said, the senses, your freedoms, being flexible, being mobile, with the moon receiving, with the moon your feminine energies, and being receptive with the overall concept and sending the direction of the logic, which way it's going to go. And your ascendant, your personality, just the emotions that people are going to be bringing around you and relating with, like some kind of emotional turmoil or whatnot. So you're going to be the example of how you detach or attach yourself. This might be you being more flexible, loving others from a distance, as Aries is known for, because you can love something from a distance and go out and play at the same time. So dealing with others and their toxic emotions are like narcissistic, or if they're bringing too much freaking baggage, you know how to detach or motivate themselves to detach, using your fire and your vision to see a new way of seeing about something, not like just feeling and sitting in that emotion. Life path 6, this is the personality, this is pragmatic perfectionist, attention seeker, self-critical, bright-minded and conscious about the way that you're dealing with generating a new way to see. This is a new way to see yourself in the light, new way to see yourself being on top. This isn't, like I said, it's attention seeking in a negative aspect, but you're drawing the attention of others. You're bringing your life path 4, life path 5 together, and you're being the star, like I just said, being on the top. You're being the head of something and seeing the overview, and you're being the example of having a bright spark, bright vision, and things of that nature, and not necessarily burning out, but also, putting it out there, and then retreating or going to another area or space where you can better generate a new vision and take action on that and go out on your own, while still having the eyes on you and not falling, into the public persona or energies and getting lost in that. And especially with the moon, all the attention that you're receiving, this is hella energy and power that you do not want to burn yourself out with, so that you can still use your personality, that you can still be critical of yourself and the awarenesses, as far as being on top and using the energy that came together with your personality, you're publicly or with your personal endeavors. But I say publicly because it's Aries, it's going to go out, whether it's personal or not, it's going to go out and find the way to see of you and that vision and that fire and spark to the way that it's using or abusing these energies. Like path 7, this nature, this is separateness, this is expansion, this is the natural number, this is elongated, the messenger, influencing your words, as far as Aries, separating yourselves from a higher octave as delivering the message, like Raphael, you're regulating and seeing what others is doing outside the world. So you create a spark, it's like creating a spark in space, it takes a minute for the light to travel, but when it reaches this destination, it's going to reach it, especially with a big like a big flash, you know what I'm saying? It might be like a shooting star. People make wishes on it, you know what I'm saying? While they're seeing you be separate from your vision, separating from being initiative, separating from being solo, because being separated draws attention to yourself just as, you know what I'm saying, just as being along with the crowd does, you know what I'm saying? You know, having people follow you, especially with your moon, you know what I'm saying? This is where how you're receiving your emotions and feelings to be separate in a way that is unique and original to you, as far as, you know what I'm saying, being that flaming star, you know what I'm saying, being separate, you know what I'm saying, externalizing or being lost into a dream mind of yours as far as a vision, and your ascendant sign, your personality, as far as seeming distant on a spiritual nature, because these are these are the energies, and the sun, moon, and ascendant is the tools that you are using, and this is how you are playing out your life path 1 through 7 in individual life paths, you know what I'm saying, energy, all in all, life paths 8, you know what I'm saying, such as myself. This is discipline, you know what I'm saying, or structure to your vision, to your dreams, you know what I'm saying, to how you see something, how you externalize your dream for others to either participate or motherfucking don't. It's a new way of seeing something, a new way of getting your eyes checked, having your glasses, you know what I'm saying, readjusted. Maybe you got too much fog, too much dirt, and we're gonna say fuck that and burn that shit away, you know what I'm saying. With your moon, you're receiving being in two places at one time, because the 8 is an infinity loop, you know what I'm saying, being in different spaces in the higher octaves and playing out self-control as far as you know what I'm saying, when you burst in your fire, you know it goes in all directions. You can be aware, but you know what I'm saying, your mentality may not be able to be directed in the 360 that parameter like that. So you gotta pick one and go with it. And this life path 8 show you how to do that, especially with your ascendant. Life path 9 is the universal or global motivation, you know what I'm saying. It's the universal completion of wisdom, being wise, you know, or experiencing these things, you know what I'm saying. You don't want to be saying it's experiencing know-it-all Aries, because you've experienced these things, everything in the esoteric realm, but using this tool down here is not giving a fuck about none of that shit. You want to go out and do something when you want to do it, how you want to do it, especially with the moon, this your independent thought. So you're receiving a different idea. Now you can either use it or don't use it. So this is where it could be seen as a negative example of you being seen as a know-it-all as far as receiving, utilizing your emotions and things of that nature. Same goes for you if it's just your personality and your personal experience that you manifest by default. These things that are attracted and drawn to you. Now, life path 11. This is the dualistic natures of the life path 1, you know what I'm saying, Aries. This is where you really are like into your bag as far as the ego. We're gonna mix life path 2, you know what I'm saying, because life path 1, you're being selfish for maybe the sake of someone else's selfishness, or maybe to rebel and oppose something, or maybe you're taking the initiative to, you know, throw yourself into a new way of seeing something, while, you know what I'm saying, utilizing someone else's example, because they're being like selfish, naive, selfish, and jovial and stuff like that. But you might be the more experienced or higher octave. It's, you know, depending on how you use it, especially like patch 22, you might be the example for, you know what I'm saying, relationships going wrong based off of you looking at someone else's relationship, or like, you know what I'm saying, you lose attention fast, Aries, you know, especially the moon sign receiving these thoughts and independent ideas. You're going out with that. So you might be an example of what not to do, or you might be an example of what to do, using your relationship as you know what I'm saying, a competition. You're competitive in its nature, so you might compete with another relationship, or another way of relating, not just relationship as far as like, you know what I'm saying, he and she, he, whatever, etc., etc., etc. This might be as far as business. This might be as far as the mentality, how you're relating with something in the you know what I'm saying, within your parameter before you bring those energies together, give birth in the 3D, which we'll talk about the life path 33, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, you know what I'm saying, in your individual way, and being solo within your environment, because you create an environment, whether you know it or not. You create a trailblazing experience, and you think those fires just disappear behind you. They don't. They spread out, and they, you know what I'm saying, they transform and burn down energies. You know, it brings a death, it's Mars, but it brings a passion or a rebirth for new opportunities and stuff, and you think people ain't watching you for the opportunity because you're in the environment, and that is in relation to someone, to another individual's environment, or the manifesting of what you have and how you treat what you have and what batteries you put in the back of what you have versus what environment they're participating in and what they have going along. And with that life path, you know what I'm saying, that could be the double octave of manifesting or being manipulative. But you being an Aries, that's just your nature. You may not even give a fuck about being manipulative, but you're going for what's yours, being possessive or being competitive as far as being the winner and things of that nature. But you're setting an example, vice versa, but it's going to involve another individual or a double life standards. So that was your life path, Aries, sun, moon, and ascendants. I hope that helped you very well. Thank you.